Got back, boy. I heard you ran up a gambling tab.
A gambling tab?
The boy say you owe some money, Rio. Was you gambling? Did you owe the boy some money?
Nah, I paid my debt, but yeah, I did. I owe Jimmy.
He owed a little money. So how long it took you to pay your debt?
It took a little while because I don't talk to them guys. I don't be around.
Was you the debt collector?
So it was like...
No, I ain't the debt collector, but the first thing I hear when he got back, I ain't hear him not hooping. I ain't hear about practice.
I didn't hoop.
I heard the motherfucker ran up a tab.
I didn't hoop. I didn't practice.
Who'd you run a tab up
We was
on?
playing Boo-Ray.
They play Boo-Ray.
Oh.
We was playing Boo-Ray.
They play that goddamn
I used to
Boo-Ray.
tell y'all about that, Real.
I used to tell Real about that.
Hold on,
too.
let me, now my turn. I used to tell you about that shit, Real. I used to say, man, which one of y'all motherfuckers don't belong at that table? It was Ray Allen, it was Juwan Howard, it was LeBron James, it was Dwayne Wade, and it was you.
This motherfucker.
There's a different, first and 15 come, there's a different check,
And
bro.
then Rashad Lewis and all these motherfuckers.
I used to kept telling you, bro.
But listen.
Like, which one of y'all don't belong on that table?
I understood that. But
Big bank take little bank, motherfucker.
that was my way. That was my way to
Big bank
connect with
take
those
little
guys.
bank.
That was your way to connect.
I mean, I wasn't getting I wasn't getting beat over the head with money like
Well, you
that.
goddamn lie. I called you one trip and what I told you.
How
one
was I
night.
owed?
One night I told you when Shorty won that money, he said, I'm about to buy a truck. And ran up and down the aisle of the plane. When I called you that night, what I said to you?
Hold on, tell the story though.
I don't know the story because I wasn't playing that night.
Tell the story.
Shorty ran up and down the aisle on the plane and said, I'm about to buy a truck.
So listen, hey, here go the story, killer. Everybody know, but we was playing guts, three-card poker, right?
Yeah.
So it was a ghost. I had a pair of 9s going around. No, I had a pair of 8s. Going around, everybody saying, I'm the first one. I'm in. Everybody get out. Everybody get out. I got a pair of 9s. I'm guaranteed to win. Pair of 8s, I'm guaranteed to win. Brian flip over the first card. It's a 9.
He in trouble.
Okay. I'm like, all
He
right,
in
cool.
trouble.
Second card, a jack. I'm like, oh, yeah, this ain't nothing. Another card, a 9. Pair of 9s be the pair of 8s for 45,000.
Yeah.
What did I call you and say? That night, what did I call you and say?
I paid him 2 days later. He bought the truck.
Yeah, but that ain't the point. What did I call
You
you and
bought
say?
a truck though? Hold on.
He bought the truck. No, listen, I wanted to kill Shaq. I wanted to blow that truck up. He bought the truck, pulled up to practice, because you know I used to live across the street. So sometimes I just walk to practice or I run or, do some goofy shit. This nigga pulled up and was like, yo, you want to ride? I'm like, Shaq, if you don't get the fuck away from me, I'll blow you in this truck up right there. Like, I was so fucking pissed.
I don't get involved. I don't get involved in that shit. But I called you that night and I said, Rio, that's it.
Yeah, he said, you got to stop playing them games.
I said, Rio, that's it.
I used to say the same shit to you though,
That's
right?
it.
Hey, but the next ride I won 55,000. So
No, I understand that.
It
but
was a hit or miss.
That's the OG advice
ain't
for
no
the day for
hit
all
or
the young
miss.
kids.
But
in the
listen,
league.
for me, that was my way to connect to those guys.
I
and
get
be
it. That's
like,
an expensive way to connect,
It
bro.
is. But I had
If
to
I
do
gotta
what
spend
had to
45,000 to be your friend, I don't want to be your friend.
do. Yeah, but if you want to win a
agree.
championship, that money coming right back.
Nah, goddamn Rio. I called you that night and say, that you ain't playing no more.
Yeah.
That big bank take little bank 7 days a week and twice on Sunday.
Dang.
Hey, but Lil Bank was winning sometimes though.
Yeah, but it ain't enough.
See, this is why I
It ain't
love
enough.
Real. This is why I love Real. He can't just take the motherfucking advice.
He keeps
gotta
saying,
come back with something
yeah,
else.
but he also keeps
Yeah,
saying,
but Lil Bank come on, take Lil
but
Big
guess
Bank every once in a
what?
while.
We had to create a 24-hour rule for this mother. 24 hours, you got to walk in the locker room and your money got to be in your locker.
Yeah.
Because Real will owe you money and gamble with you the next day.
Sure
and
will.
take the money back that you owe you and pay you back with your own money. That is not finna happen.
But you see me every day, I gotta pay you back. So I ain't
Real
going
will
nowhere.
come in that motherfucker and owe you 30,000, beat you, pay you back your 30 out the money he just took from you again. So now you're really down 60, but he paid you back 30 of your 60, so you're still down 30.
Killer, that's good math. You got your money that you was owed. You was only owed 30. That's what you was owed. Whatever what you ever lost
said
right
he got
here.
good math.
Yeah, whatever you just lost right now, that's mine.
Not the strategy, bro. Come on, man.
But I can only do that with my like I would never do that anywhere else besides like my teammates or people that like I can trust and that trust me. They know they getting their money. They know I ain't what you gonna trade me?
I folded my hand immediately. So I don't even like with a ghost hand. So I folded my shit immediately.
That's what gambling was that day. I gambled that day and paid for
You
it. I
gambled.
did.
You know, how even lucky I was to be around
No,
something.
and that ass, I meant that too. Like, as a hooper, man, like one of the best I've seen.
Oh.
All of it. right? And at what you did at K-State with your boy
Frank Martin, baby.
Frankie
We're
Martin.
gonna talk on Frank.
That was unbelievable to watch. But so you go number 2, come to Miami. What's it like coming into this organization as a young kid, this city as a young kid, and being a part of that?
It was fun.
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
Good clean fun.
Definitely fun.
Good clean
Good
fun?
clean fun.
I mean,
Out of here,
some
clean.
of it was dirty. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, Lord.
I was 19, dog. Y'all give me all the money in the world.
Yeah.
Like, but a lot of my fun came from like me being like quote unquote. I guess I was depressed at the time because I just remember every night I would go home with so much energy. I just wanted to play, you know, and I told UD this. Looking back, it's like, all right, I wanted D Wade to be like a senior, you know, like old. But it was like he was coming off his 4th year, so they was still, you know what I'm saying? They was still, curating that, and I was supposed to be a part of that.
Yeah.
It was never supposed to be a Michael Beasley show.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I may be saying that the wrong way, but at the time, I'm a young dog. I work on my game so much, so I just wanted to play. And then the only outlet I had when I wasn't playing was just, right?
And it's Miami.
Listen, but we gonna go back though. Before all of that, Frank Martin called me. You know what I'm saying? And called me and let me know, that Bees was one of us. You know what I'm saying? Frank coached me at Miami High, and he coached Frank, and Frank crazy as hell.
Man, I love
Frank crazy as hell, but he'll do anything for you. You know what I'm saying?
That's what, yeah.
He'll do
100%.
anything for you. So we respected that. So when Frank first called me and let me know, he family, make sure you look out. B's locker was right next to mine. So a lot of time between B's and Rio, we did spend a lot of time together. But then there was times I was still raising my kids and I had to do what I had to do. But we did spend a lot of time together, and we did maneuver and hang out and have a good time, and I showed them how to move around in the city and how to enjoy themselves and stay out of trouble. So I can attest for some of that fun. Just a little bit.
Yeah,
only the clean.
He introduced me to some of the places. I ain't gonna say, you know what I'm saying, what candy they rhyme with.
My thing is, man, listen, you young,
They
you
rhyme
gotta
with
be
candy?
Yeah, you gotta be able to enjoy yourself, man. You young, man. You gotta be out here enjoying yourself, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you how to move, how to enjoy yourself. But at the end of the day, we got a job to do. You gotta still be professional.
But that part. I was being my professional.
Yeah.
I didn't understand being professional. I didn't know what that was. To me, I was just, I was like, dog, like, let me be professional. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you I'm professional. Yeah. And it was like, dog, like, all right, B's, Pat Riley know everywhere you step
know everything,
in,
too.
you know what I'm saying? So I would come in late. Not late, I was never late with practice. Let's get that in there. But, if 30 minutes was late, I was creeping up on that a couple times.
If 30 minutes before was
late.
late.
30 minutes before it was late.
And in Miami, that's
creeping
late.
up on and to Pat Riley.
That's late. Yeah.
If you ain't there an hour before, you 20 minutes late.
That's right.
And I was just 19. Like, I can't stress that enough. At the time, I was 19, and I was grown, and I was hard-headed. And, he had to choke me up a couple times. And, but, hindsight speaking, man, I was just 19 and just wanted to express myself and get out a bunch of energy and just show people who, like, not really who I was because I didn't know, but just who I wanted to be.
Yeah.
And, I just wanted to be corrected if I was wrong. I wanted to laugh when I was supposed to. I wanted to, I just wanted to, a father figure to, you know what I'm saying? And, like I said, I was young. I was 19. I didn't know that at the time, but it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was, especially on the court. It was a bunch of games where I just, like, it's some games I go to sleep to every night, like D Wade scoring like 20 on Knicks in like the last 8. Like, bro, that was the most gangster I've ever seen in my life. Like, my first year, like, D Wade was the first basketball player I've ever looked at. It's like, he might be better than you. Like that's the old. That's the only.
He might be better than you, Mike.
Oh, yeah. No, I used to be so.
He might be better.
When I was
than
19, I used to tell myself, "Nah, you just ain't getting the minutes. You ain't getting the shots."
So, hey, no.
You keep saying you're 19. So what would today's bees say to the 19-year-old bees?
Slow down.
Great question.
Be confident. I told you this. I wasn't confident enough to speak when I was uncomfortable. Whether it was time to laugh, whether it was time to make a joke, ask a question, learn a lesson. I wanted to be seen as this had it together guy, and pride is a whooper
For sure.
So
Yeah.
I just wish I was more comfortable to ask the questions I was supposed to. One thing I seen Pat Bev say, the shots that I wasn't supposed to be taking when I was mimicking, it was the shots I should have been taking when we were running our plays.
Yeah, when you were bees.
Yeah.
So now that when we get in, now we can get used to, you understand? Yeah. And I just chill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of my life, I look at it like the That's So Ravens moment. I don't know if y'all watched that show.
I don't.
But she had a vision, right? She had a vision. I used to watch it a lot when I was young. But she had a vision, and she'd do everything in her power to stop the vision, and the vision will happen. And, like, that's just, like, when I look back on it, that's just what I was trying to do, just, like, trying to show, like, it's like, I have a vision. Yeah. Like, nah, I ain't that. And then I look up, and the camera's like, you know what I'm saying?
That's so Beasley.
That's
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's great.
And I just didn't realize that, and it kept happening till, like, even when I say some smart, it's just like, man, that's some bees. Bees just saying some bees. You know what I'm saying?
But I will say this though, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you are smart.
Yeah.
Like, people, you know what I'm saying, be like, that's some bees. But, like, the time that I had a chance to spend with you and the time that we did hang out, like, you are smart. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you sharp. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, like, I got to know you outside of the game of basketball. Like, so you was 19. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a real 19. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no mature 19. You was a real 19-year-old kid down here in the city of Miami with unbelievable talent. Unbelievable talent. At that time, like, we didn't have the season that we would hope to have, so we got the number 2 pick. But you could have been 1 or 2.
That was
like,
D
you know
Rose draft, right?
Yeah, D Rose with 1, but Chicago had the
By the
number
way,
2,
I was
number 1
hurt
pick.
behind that.
Really?
You were hurt behind that.
Yeah. Man,
You wanted to go number 1 in Chicago?
Bro.
Well, I will say this though, he must have been hurt by it because he said D Wade the first time he saw somebody like, damn, that dude might be better than me.
Dog, like, I spent 2 days in Chicago, and I took an IQ test. Bro, that's the longest test I ever had in my life. Like, dog, but dog, they just told me this, just assured me, So just out of courtesy, we went to Miami, and my agent was trying to show me, sell me on a D-Wade B's, which, I knew who D-Wade was. Don't get me wrong. Like, I can tell you where I was when I watched y'all was down 0-2. I know exactly where the f I was, and we watched all 4 of them games. Like, nigga, I know exactly who he was. But, it was just, I just ain't want to, and I ain't know that, it end up being one of them situations like, nah, trust me, go where you don't want to go. And, Miami was a good place to go.
So going into draft night in June, you thought you were going 1?
Going on the draft night, I thought I was going 1. I only had 2 workouts. I worked out here, I worked out Chicago. Like, I ain't even talk to no other teams. Like,
Wow.
I actually wanted to, like, like my, what's the draft, the combine?
Yeah.
Like, we do all that. And when they get the hooping, like, Bees, you can't play. Like, bro, I bust all them ass. Yeah, like, nigga, what do you mean I can't play? Nigga, I left. I bounced. Like, man, I can't play. But that's me being 19 and not understanding, like, dog, you know you can bust these ass. We don't need you to get hurt. Like, I ain't know. I just ain't know.
So,
Right?
go,
I just wanted to just hoop.
so going into draft night, you thought you were going 1. After Chicago picks D Rose, where's your head at then? Is it like, okay, I guess it's
Look
Miami.
on my face.
You know
you
you're
good?
going to Miami.
Look back. Look on my face.
All right.
Really?
Pull that
you had
film
you
up.
had
I
an
see
interesting
that.
look on your face on that clip.
Just like this. But I had to keep,
So did you know before
No,
the pick?
because no, I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know. So when I didn't go number 1,
So then when number 1 pick, Derrick Rose, that was the first you heard of it.
bro, and I was sitting there, I was like, I just ain't want to be one of them green room players that ain't get drafted, dog. But so like when it was cool because like it was literally seconds later. But if you look at my face when I hugged my mom, like I wasn't hugging on some we made it. I was still stuck, like man, like I was still stuck, like I had to smile, but I was hot.
Well, to the undrafteds over here, you did all right, my number 2 pick. You know what I'm saying?
So look, that same night, Rio get drafted, he get drafted. DeAndre Jordan, who was that's who I spent my whole summer with. Like I love that. He slipped, and that was.
What do you go late first?
Nah, I think he went right after Mario. I want to say he went second, early second, which ended up being better for him because he ended up getting paid faster. But I just remember he was man. That was a bunch of the night like that. You hear. So to your point, it's like it's people that ain't get drafted, but it's my got drafted. Just wasn't happy that night.
Yeah,
And,
you right about that.
I was over there pissed about going number 2.
You right about that. You right about that.
You was right. We didn't have nobody like CB. When we played in the finals, Serge Ibaka was blocking everything.
Yeah.
He don't respect. If CB not standing out there, guess what? He not standing out there.
Yeah.
He's gonna stand close to the basket.
We had to put Serge ass in the far corner.
We put
CB
CB way over there.
Keep him over there.
And if he's helped off a little bit, Brian and D Wade was gonna attack the rim, find him corner 3. That's the importance of CB in a nutshell. And we beat them 4-1.
Yeah. And for all you out there that was saying, oh, well, you must be saying you ain't that good because you was CB backup. Go check the film we played Indiana when CB was hurt.
Man,
Show you how good I am. I'll show you how good I am.
Right.
Go check the film we played Indiana and CB was hurt. I can answer that question.
Hey, producers, do me a
Facts.
favor during this, man. Let's run some UD highlights.
Yeah,
Hey,
well,
for
a lot
sure.
of
Nah, 'cause we was out there
the
doing
first
work,
thing
yo.
said was, oh, you was CB backup, so you must be saying you ain't that good. Go check the film.
I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna keep it because this world's getting real lazy.
Yeah, they
So
call it
instead
casuals,
of,
Killer.
Yeah,
They
instead,
casual.
instead of making them go out there and look at it, I'm just gonna play it. We're just gonna play it.
Oh, yeah, give him the film
we
when
got the
CB was
power.
out.
We got the power of
Yeah,
playing.
we could do that.
Right.
That's
So
real
some of
quick.
mine too in that Indiana, Chicago got a lot of work. They got a lot of second unit work.
Man, listen.
They got a lot of work.
Speaking of that, what about that lob? Let's go back to the lob. Let's
'cause
replay
like
the lob.
NBA's moments, right? Like
The
when you
lob.
get older like us, you're not old like us yet,
Right.
but you're getting there.
Stop, Killer, stop.
But you are. Like hopefully you do get there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but not
But
not
like
too
NBA
fast.
becomes snapshots for you.
Man.
And that right there was an NBA snapshot
Man.
that I'll never
And I-
forget.
and
Obviously,
listen.
you're involved in it. So talk about that
And
live.
I like Jason Terry, man. Me and JT cool, but god damn.
Hey,
I think our whole bench got teed up for that on that
bro,
play.
listen. When it happened, I'm gonna be honest. Did y'all think it was gonna be like this viral? We talking about
Hell
10, 15
no.
That's what I tell people. I didn't think nothing of it.
Hell
other than it was a
no.
momentum changing play. I didn't think it was gonna be like, because it wasn't the best lob we ever had. It was a lot of lobs over the years, but
Yeah, but
I
it was a
think
body.
He just
That's
jumped
what
over
it,
it.
and it was because it was Boston. They was talking trash. I think that's what it was. But I had just turned it over.
Yeah.
Tried to make up for it, which we did. Got the back tip. D Wade, kicked it up to me. I had a layup, but I heard the freight train. I heard
Man.
him. I heard him,
What it
bro.
sound like? What it sound like?
You can hear his.
Hey, listen, don't nobody get out when it's a steal.
Nobody get out
Everybody
fast
else
on
just
Brian.
get the f- out the way
No,
Freight train coming.
because the freight train coming.
Hey,
There was,
Run wide.
There was 2 times when I was with my 2 certain scenarios in Miami that I always knew. Is if they were running down for a break, my whole job was just to cut the guy off and make him change direction because Brown was going to throw it off the backboard.
for sure.
And on the offense, he turned and went the opposite direction faster than any human being I've ever seen in my life.
Man,
Like,
I heard him, bro.
He said,
I
Cole
heard
said,
him. I didn't even see him. I just heard him, and
Sound
so
like you had a Kentucky
man,
Derby.
when I heard him, I was just like, oh, okay, no layup here. I just had to make sure it was high enough that JT didn't tip it. Like, and that's what it was. And it was the fact that he probably should have not jumped. You know, he probably should have just turned and got out the way, or but he was feeling froggy. He thought I was about to turn it over. Like he thought I was throwing it to nobody because he didn't see LeBron till it was too late.
Ain't nobody see him till it was too late.
Hey, well,
I didn't see him coming either. I was watching you. I was focused on you on the break. Yeah. I didn't see Bron
that's that
coming.
PG radar vision.
Is that what you got?
That's that PG radar. Because you heard him, but he was, and I was like, oh, nah, he close. Like he close enough to where you could just put it anywhere in the atmosphere.
Bro, that's the same thing D Wade said. Like you just throw it up in the atmosphere. Like you don't know where he at, you don't know what's going on, but you know he coming. You just throw it up somewhere.
Yep, and he gonna dunk it left or right hand. Like he gonna the one thing he gonna do, he gonna catch the ball and finish.
I'll be honest. It's the one thing is so impossible when people ask about him and playing alongside of is how fast, how athletic. He never mishandled any pass. Like you throw it anywhere. I mean, it was just he was
a gift,
so
bro.
fast, man.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was a gift. It was a gift.
Just
Yeah,
get out the
bro.
way. What I say about that team is that team always had talent, but we just didn't know how it was going to come together. That was a time where in the NBA, a lot of NBA guys was making money by doing parties in different cities. So when we landed in the city, Antoine Walker got a party, Shaq got a party, Dwayne got a party, Gary Payton got a
You
party.
guys were first team all party.
Yeah, and I'm going to all four.
Oh my!
Oh, I'm going to everybody party.
Wow.
I gotta be a good teammate.
You do got to be a good.
I can't leave nobody out.
You know what? That's called sacrifice.
Exactly. If I go to one guy's party and not the other guy's party, then I look like I'm showing favoritism.
Yeah, you're a dickhead.
So with that team right there, the good thing about that team is that, you know what I'm saying, people don't understand is part of this shit is connection.
Oh, for sure.
Part of this shit is connection. You got a connected group of guys that love playing with each other, that actually give a fuck about each other off the basketball court. Mm-hmm. Then that translates to being on the basketball court. Mm-hmm. So the one thing we did with that team is we spent a lot of time together. When we weren't playing, we were partying, but we were still together. I remember one time in Atlanta, Rouse called a timeout, man, and he gets us in the huddle, and he's about to drop a play. He just drops the pen and says, "This is ridiculous. This has to stop." So everybody looking around, motherfucker say, "I'm gonna start giving out PUIs, playing under the influence." One more of you motherfuckers coming here smelling like this, I'm gonna start handing out PUIs for playing under the influence.
Oh, you're gonna PUI, it'd be crazy.
So with that being said, the one thing we did with that team was we connected.
Yeah.
So actually, the weird thing was when we got to the playoffs, we probably were the most connected group of guys.
Because adversity
in that locker room. You got to understand where we came from.
For sure.
Being down to Dallas and what we had to overcome. That's connection. Yeah. We probably weren't better than Dallas. They might have had a little more talent. Was Dirk more talented to me? For sure. But were we a more connected group? Were we a tougher group? Did we have more grit? I think that's where we were able to take that series. PUI? Playing under the influence. That's true story, killer. Motherfuckers was burping in the huddle and shit. I was like, damn.
You get hit with a PUI, that's nuts.
Man.
All right, so 2006 you win it. Let's talk about which championship was your favorite, though, because you come back and then we went back to back. We joined the team. You got the big three on there and the little 12. Mm-hmm. We were part of the little 12.
Yeah, we would have.
Proudly.
Yes.
So which championship, to me, which was your favorite and why?
Man, the first.
Yeah.
The first is always going to be my favorite just because of everything I had to overcome coming from overseas. Like I said, before I even set foot on the basketball court, there was an article written by Dan Lebitard. I love you, Dan, but you tried me. Saying that Shaq
tried you.
Dan tried me. Dan, I love you, but you tried me. Saying that Shaq could never win with a power forward 6'7", 6'6", 6'7". Now, mind you,
you're 6'7.5" anyway.
Yeah,
so
but the
wrong.
motherfucker just won with Travis Knight. So what the is you talking about? What the is you talking about? He just won with Travis Knight. You gonna single me out? I kick Travis Knight ass 7 days a week and twice on Sunday.
Why you doing twice on Sunday?
Cause that just felt like it.
Did you do that?
Yeah, it just felt sound better.
Yeah, it does sound better. It does.
So like for that, just right there instantly. You see how I am. I have not forgot that shit. What motherfuckers don't understand is you tell me I can't, I'll show you I can.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So that was right there instantly.
And we love Dan Lebitard, but he tried you.
Yeah, he's a Miami guy. I love his mom. I love his dad. I love Poppy. I love his show.
Yeah, his show's awesome.
Yeah, it's all the time. But Dan tried me. So instantly, I was already motivated. I already was fired up. I already had something to prove. And then you understand the type of playoff run that Dirk had. Oh man, he was body bagging motherfuckers in the playoffs that year.
He was body bagging.
Oh man, it was hard. He was killing. You see, he ran through OKC. He ran through San Antonio. I mean, he was killing motherfuckers. Now, with that being said, got one of my boys over here. So understand where I come from.
Yeah.
If I let Dirk do me what he did to them other people,
What's gonna happen?
my boys gonna let me hear about it. They ain't gonna let me sleep. They gonna let me know.
They gonna be quiet.
That German tore your ass up.
That German
They
tore a
gonna
lot of
tell you,
people
that
up.
German tore your ass up, boy. And they gonna be on me. You know what I'm saying? So understand where I come from, man. It's a lot that was riding on that, man. And once I got my opportunity, like I tell all these guys, man, once you get your opportunity, man, nobody cares what happened before that. Nobody cares whatever when you're not ready. Nobody cares what you're going through personally. You have to be ready. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Now, D Wade was, and we're gonna talk about that because I remember that series.
Unbelievable.
Yes. So he was always really, really good, but that kind of was his coming out, in my opinion, on that stage. Talk about him in that series and what happened there, because that was unbelievable.
Well, first of all, people don't understand. That night, before we actually won the series, me and D Wade didn't get much sleep.
Okay.
Not partying. Not this time.
Okay.
Not this time.
Explain.
We just couldn't sleep, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was just one of those things where we just couldn't sleep. But you know what I will say about Dwayne is I had a homeboy, my homeboy Drac, shout out Duke, that told me a long time ago, man, y'all got this dude from Marquette that got a triple-double against Kentucky.
Yep.
And he's pretty good.
Yep.
I had never met Dwayne. Where people don't. I came from overseas to come back to be
you
with
came
him.
back the same year, though.
So that summer when I was working out, and me and Dwayne spent that whole summer together. You know what I'm saying? Working out. He was in Miami for the first time, never really got away from home. So I was like, yo, come with me. I got you. We're going to roll. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. So I had an opportunity firsthand to see how good Dwayne really was. So our days at that time was we would get up in the morning. We would run at the track. We would head from the track to the arena. We would lift weights. We would shoot and go through our basketball workout. We would eat lunch. We would come back and shoot again later, and then we would play pickup at the Overtown Youth Center. And that's how me and Dwayne spent our whole summer.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So
Damn.
we got a chance to grow together, you know what I'm saying, and connect like that. So with him, I always understood how talented he was, you know what I'm saying? Now, coming into that first year, people don't understand Dwayne had to run the point. He had never ran the point before. So when he came into the league the first year, he had the ball in his hands a lot. You know what I'm saying? And his natural instinct is to go.
Go get it.
He was going to get it. You know what I'm saying? And rightfully so, he had the talent. So we just followed. We understood we had something special. You know what I'm saying? And it was my job to make sure that he stayed safe and healthy. It's my job to make sure he stays safe and healthy.
You did a good job.
Yeah, you feel me?
So you go through both phases of it, right? You see Coach Spo, you see Coach Riley. Give me the difference in their coaching styles, what it was like. I mean, obviously, to me, being there the little bit that I was in Miami and being a part of it, it still had that feel of Riles.
Yeah.
But Coach Spo, to me, didn't get the credit he deserved either.
Yeah.
Right? So tell me the difference in their coaching styles actually on the floor and the clipboard.
Open door. Probably just the way they communicate with you. You liable to go in Riles' office, and Riles might tell you, get the fuck out my office.
Yeah. The Godfather has.
You liable to you go in Spo office, and Spo gonna hear you out,
Yeah.
and then he'll tell
He'll
you
get the fuck out of his office.
No, he might not. He gonna tell you get the fuck out of his office. He gonna hear you out, and then he'll probably follow. Like, we'll talk about it. We'll get back. We'll try to find a happy medium. I'll meet you in the middle. You know, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Listen, do you remember where you? So you don't remember Doliak? Love Michael Doliak,
Michael
man.
Doliak.
Michael Doliak,
Elite
man. We
ping
had
pong
we
player,
had
by
one
the
time. One time we had lost about 4 games in a row, and Riles walks in practice and tells all the coaches to leave. He sits us down on a wall and he cusses us and motherfucks us for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And he says, if anybody have any issues, you can come see me after this fucking meeting. Soon as we leave the meeting, Doliak walks in his office.
Oh, God.
We go downstairs because practice is over.
R.I.P.
Doliak
Doliak.
comes downstairs. I say, hey, Dolly, what'd he say? He told me to get the fuck out of his office.
R.I.P. Doliak.
So with that being said, understood, man, Riles ain't with that shit. Spo might let you get that shit out. He gonna let it go in one end out the other. Spo understands, like with players nowadays, you know what I'm saying, you gotta play the middle game. You know what I'm saying? Riles is either this is what we doing, and if it ain't for you, get the fuck out my office.
So we fast forward that you win those 2 more championships. You end up with 3 championships. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So you have 20-year
Blessings.
career, jersey's going up, everything's in place. Talk about working into your last game of your career. What was your mindset going into that? Obviously, I touched on it at the beginning. Like, you know, you get mad at me every time I tell you. I didn't see the shit coming.
What the fuck you thought I was gonna do?
Coach.
No, what did you see in your mind?
No, I knew
what
you
did
had
you
the
see?
shit, Coach.
Okay, well,
but the reality of the situation, guys, is that
It's the last game, killer. You thought I wasn't gonna let that motherfucker ride?
But they had to dust the shit off, though. It's been a minute. now.
I'm play every day.
I know you play every day, but there's a difference between playing every day and then breathing out there on that motherfucking court.
Yeah, you right.
All right? And
But-
so you go out there and, 25 minutes, have 24 points, something
Damn
like that?
right.
Elite.
Killer, I got a clip.
Yeah, I know, bro. Hey, listen, why is he beating me up for?
Cuz, man,
I'm your homie.
you supposed to be on my side.
I am on your side.
My kids winning. My kids even won some money on that shit.
They bet for you?
These little apps and shit out
Yeah,
here that they
yeah.
got these little shits. People said I was only gonna score like 5 points. What the fuck? Of course my kids took that bet. Of course they took that fucking bet. If they would, they would have needed another place to fucking sleep.
So your kids win money.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. But tell me about like going into that game, your mindset. You know, it's your last one. Like
I was nervous.
Here's the deal, and this is where I have you should.
I was
But
nervous.
Where most people don't understand is in our line of work in our business, right? Very few people get to pick their last day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like everyone asked how was my last game. I didn't know it was gonna be my last game.
Yeah.
Like I didn't think I wanted to play again when I got done because my kids were going. But I didn't know for sure. So I didn't get to go in that game, be like, okay, and have, team roll me out there and do what you did, which is an unbelievable, for you to be able to do that. So you going into that, talk to me about that and what it was like and then walking off that motherfucker for the last time.
I was nervous the night before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was nervous the night before. But what people, don't understand is with us, and they always talk about how much I give to the younger guys and how, I help them. Those guys help me as well.
For sure.
Every day I'm playing one-on-one. Every day I'm playing 2-on-2.
Mm-hmm.
Every day I'm in some kind of drill, and being a part of practice and competition. So, as much as I'm prepping those guys, I'm prepping myself as well. So for me, the only thing I had to worry about was my conditioning.
Yeah.
I didn't have to worry about getting a rhythm. I didn't have to worry about how I would feel on the basketball court because I've been playing every day. You know what I'm saying? So I was nervous, just because it's my last game. I wanted to go out the right way. I wanted to go out with a bang. I wanted to put on a good show for everybody. But, as far as the preparation and stepping into it, man, I got to shout out my teammates. You know what I'm saying? Because as much as I helped them, they helped me as well.
My favorite part about UD, right, is like, let's just say we go to New York. And because, they talk about LeBron and them were the Heatles. We were the original Heatles. So let's just say I go to New York and party a little too much. UD can tell in the first 3 minutes if I'm ready or not.
I can.
Right? So like if I'm done, he'd be like, don't throw the ball to that motherfucker, he ain't ready. Don't throw the ball to that motherfucker, he out there bullshitting, coach. And I'll be like, no, come on, big fella, we need this game, you out there bullshitting. And so like I would like UD would keep everybody in check.
But he
That's what I love and
responded though,
respect
bro. It was I challenged him out of eye communication. I wasn't mumbling with my head down, walking to the end of the bench, talking about him behind his back. Man-to-man communication. Hey, big fella, we need you tonight. Now come on with that, dog.
Yeah.
Come on with that, dog.
And I'd be like, all right, just let me get some water right quick. Because, hey, we used to be out.
Let me get some water right
Listen,
quick.
Hey, listen. Yeah,
I'm
that
the
was-
first guy. I'm the first guy to convince Pat to break his waist. Because when we first got here, we were winning and playing well, but listen, we going to stay out.
Yeah.
So Pat came to us one day, we going to give you guys curfew, and if you break curfew, $1,000. I went in his office with a check for $41,000.
Yeah.
I said, I did. I said, 1,000 times 41 home games, I'm a grown man. That's just not going to happen. I said, I don't drink. So, but the other guys, I said, Pat, okay, the other guys are drinking, we going to go out. Just move practice back to 12. What? I said, Pat, for me. So now if you go out at 3, getting to bed at 4, you still get, because listen, you know as athletes, we only need 3 or 4 hours, right? But a lot of guys 1942ing and patroning, and they get in at 3 and then want to show up at 8. Our practices used to be up.
Man.
So I said, Pat, move that back to 12. So then Pat was like, well, if you do it, you better show me something. That's when we went on that streak.
Yeah.
That legendary streak. But then after the streak was broken, he went back to the 8 o'clock. But
I mean, one thing you did do when we used to go out, you made sure we come together and we all leave together. Like everybody leaving at the same time. We ain't no stragglers. We ain't leaving nobody behind. We all leaving this. It's time to go. Let's get the fuck out of here.
because my thing, though, as the catalyst, not drinking, I could start us off. See what I'm saying? I don't drink. I'm taking no drink. So, like, in the game, I can, especially, like, if they not ready, now I know I got to be ready to keep it close. And now after they sweat some of that, now I could be like, UD, dive to the basket.
Yeah.
He doubling. So, that was our thing. But he definitely moved that thing back to 12 o'clock because, bro, we used to be out to 3, 4 at Mansion and Love and then try to wake up at 8. And, bro, our practice used to be sloppy.
I mean, this ain't the greatest example, but I mean, when you talk about like leadership, and one thing I do know about the game of basketball is you just can't show up to practice at 8 o'clock and practice and then go home with your family and then do it the next day. You got to spend time with your guys off the basketball court. You got to build those relationships, man. You got to get to know the guy that's playing next to you. And it's always more important to you when you're playing next to a brother as opposed to somebody you just say, this a teammate I just see for a couple hours a day. So we was able to build that bond, and we were bonding. And then when we stepped on the basketball court, that was your man's. And you can have those personal eye-to-eye communication things, and it wasn't nobody tripping.
And when I'm doing my job at TNT, talking about these players, I can care less how sensitive they are. Because, again, I think I have G14 classification.
Yeah.
I really do.
Speaking of TNT and talking about these players, what's your thoughts on the teams right now? Most importantly, a hot topic, this Bron and Bronny situation. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, then talk about TNT too. When you talk about Bronny
sure.
and TNT,
That
because
sucks, by the way.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's that.
so I have to
That sucks.
I have to be a consummate professional. So we definitely have 1 year left, and they're working on some things. That's all I'm at liberty to say.
Okay. Good.
Hey,
We-
so
we
this
will
last
love-
year you gonna get me on
Yes, no,
with you, on the desk with
I
you?
promise. I
With my
promise.
finest suit, I'm gonna tell
I
you.
promise.
My finest.
So in a perfect world, I would love for us to stay together forever, but it's in the hands of the powers right now. So, but this last year is going to be a phenomenal year. Chuck going to go crazy. I'm going to go crazy. It's going to be fun, and hopefully this is not the last year.
Hey, listen, do me one favor, man.
I hope it's not the last year.
Hey, listen,
man.
do me one favor. Tell Chuck he got to stop with the street meats. he got to
Street meat, and
he got to stop with the street meat, man.
I told him,
I can't take it.
I said, Chuck, do you know what street meat means? No. I said, Chuck, street meat. I said, street meat ain't no good term. I ain't from the hood. I'm from Alabama. I said, street meat ain't no good term where I'm from, dog.
He got to stop with the street meat, man.
Charles is the funniest dude ever. So I'm looking forward to because I
We
like.
talk about great players. You had to play. You played with Bron too. Like,
I know, yeah.
How the fuck we missed that?
Yeah,
But
well, Bron was a guy I never had to say anything to.
Yeah.
I was so amazed at his leadership and how he played. And when I was with him, I wasn't the Shaq, but I was a good role player. We were first in our conference. Played Boston, Big Baby broke my hand. I got to leave for 6 weeks. Then I try to come back. I come back, I wasn't there. We lose to Boston. But, these are things I think about when it comes to rings. Like, I should have 8 rings. Ooh. And I'm not talking about free throws right now. I'm just talking about messed up opportunity. We should have had 2.
But you see the obsession, how obsessed
Yes.
you got to be, because he ain't talking about the rings he got. He talking about how many he should have.
Yeah, so
like that's
I
just
should've-
that run through our minds is you obsessed, and you don't think about the ones you won. You think about the ones you didn't get.
I should have got 1 or 2 with Penny. Right? Me and Cole lost to Detroit. You should have got that one. When I first heard
We lost to
you,
Detroit.
We lost to Detroit. Should have got that one.
D-Wade ribs, she was fucked up.
Now I played with Bron. I should have got that one. And when I was with Boston, we could have got one up there too. So if everything would have went perfectly, I could have had 8 or 9 rings right now. I could have been like Robert Horry right now.
Okay. But before we leave, because here at the OG Show, we are the man of the people, we go to the fan questions.
Okay.
Again, I don't know what they're going to be, but we're going to work through it. Okay, first one. Have you and LBJ worked things out yet?
Nope, we haven't. But we didn't talk. I was thinking we were going to talk a little bit about the Cleveland thing. I know you wanted to.
Oh,
talk
no.
about-
Elite, yes, we have to. I can't get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Because I'll be honest, I played in Cleveland. I enjoyed my time in Cleveland.
Yeah.
You not so much. Go ahead.
you ain't enjoy your time in that stink ass town. Stop it. The f- is you talking about? It's a goddamn lie. The f- you lying too. This the OG Show. We can't lie to y'all.
Can't lie. Huh?
Yeah. You can
So,
No.
you ask you a question.
But I think this is deep, right? Because still to this day, that's people really hit different. When I see somebody from Cleveland, like they not happy about this. Like they still, people really, you disrespected where I'm from. But what people have to understand that it had nothing to do with Cleveland. It had everything to do with that LeBron James. Like, every year you're losing. You have to get through him
Yes.
to get to the glory.
Yes.
That's where it came from. Like people trying to make it like, this side, this is our side. Like, okay, that's just you're looking at it. You're looking at it wrong. This is competition. This is where you represent. I don't give a about what you represent. This is Chicago Bulls. Like
Yes.
that's all it was. LeBron was so good. He was stunting on us. He was stunting on us. Like he over here dancing before the game. I got Pete Myers in my ear talking about, yo, you see this shit? You see this shit? I'm a competitor.
Yeah.
I see this shit. This shit drove me nuts.
Yeah.
So I had to let him know. But because it's LeBron James and all this shit, now people think it's like, there's other cities that are just as whack as Cleveland.
Yes.
Like,
this is true. This is true. And let me tell you something. You ain't gotta
At least
listen.
you're making up Cleveland right now.
And listen,
I mean,
like you're
and
making
if
up.
I'm and if I'm you, I wouldn't even apologize because at the end of the day, Brian from Akron, not Cleveland. And if anybody know anything, Akron. If anybody know anything, Akron don't even like
you
me.
getting higher, yo. You did.
I'm just telling the truth. Brian from Akron, not Cleveland. And if you know anything about it, Akron and Cleveland don't even get along. So you Cleveland motherfuckers just looking for something to do. They got nothing better to do.
Here we go.
That's right.
I'm just telling the
So
truth.
the question was asked to you after the game, or was it before?
Yeah, it was right after the game.
after the game.
I got to guard Shaq the next day. I'm talking about, yeah, it was real.
Yeah.
Like, we lose game 1. I had said something about Cleveland. I'm in that wavelength. Like, yo, we just lost, and you want to talk to me about how you feel about Cleveland? Like, man, I'm not trying to hear this shit. You see how pissed I am in that video. You know?
So.
But that was like people 20. Like, I'm in the club the other day. They stopped the music. Like, yo, the DJ. Like, yo, I'm from Cleveland, bro.
God
Like,
damn.
it's still going on. I'm like, yo,
Oh man.
yo, I don't even like. I'm having a good time.
Man,
We
somebody
chilling.
unplug his.
Like,
Your
they
ass outta
still
here.
mad about Cleveland. Like, yo, it's no like. Okay, we was going at it. Y'all got the championships. I didn't win the championships, but that's what it came from. It came from a competition. It was nothing personal.
I'll be honest. You didn't say like again. We can say if I like Cleveland or not. We'll argue till we're blue in the face. But you didn't say like I don't hear very many people say they want to go on vacation in Cleveland.
Yeah.
That's
Not at
right.
all.
I mean, you actually threw him a dial. You kind of boom.
He stayed in the
Shout out to Cleveland, man. Shout out to
That's
Cleveland,
right.
man.
That's right.
There
See?
might be some people who like going to vacation. I don't know.
I mean, at the end of the day, like wherever we go, like you know what I'm saying, we ain't gotta like all the towns. Just be respectful. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's for me. Just be respectful.
Yeah.
I can't tolerate disrespect. I ain't gotta like your town. You ain't gotta like mine. That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion.
Okay, like question. Thank you. The back-to-back Florida Gators versus the back-to-back UConn Huskies. It's a fitting time to ask this question. Who
It's
wins?
a great time to ask this question.
Good time to ask this question.
I mean, come on, guys. Like, it's a good time to ask. What am I supposed to say? UConn Huskies going to beat us? No chance. Like,
No, I say it's a good time to ask. It doesn't mean there's a good answer for it.
yeah. To me, I mean,
So you're saying it's a dumbass question?
it's a dumbass question.
That's all right. Hey, big heat energy.
Big
dumbass
heat
question.
energy. Nah,
It's not personal. Big.
it's
heat
not
energy.
personal,
No,
but
no.
I'm a Florida Gator. These are the guys that I love going to battle with. Do I think that we would beat UConn Huskies? Absolutely. I think we would just wax their ass.
You heard it here. Go Gators. Go Gators,
I
goddammit.
love it. Since Big Angry's over here, tell us about your toughest matchup against UD.
Why did you ask about yourself? Why you asked about me?
Coach, the question's right there. It doesn't say what's your toughest
You
matchup
say,
against
how
the
do
White
you
Mike.
say his name?
At-
Say his
at-
name. Hold on. Say his name. Say his name.
At Philip Jeskowicz.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Good job.
That's that Florida Gator
Good job,
education
good
coach.
job. My toughest matchup with UD had to be game 2. Like we were talking about it a little bit earlier, but UD that year, if UD hadn't played in that series, I don't think Miami Heat make it to their first chip. You know, and that's real. You know, that's I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that just because UD's right here. We were you guys up on the boards.
Yeah.
And you know, like these narratives, like people forget quick. Oh, Miami Heat got the championship. No. Why did Miami Heat get the championship? Like, let's get into the details. Carlos Boozer and Joakim Noah was you guys up on the glass.
Yes.
And then as Chris Bosh still would get his buckets and all that stuff, but it was a different, we're talking about something completely. We're talking about being a +8, +10 on the glass. That's extra shots for your
Yes.
top players.
Yes.
Those extra, that usually translates into wins and losses. That's how we was dudes up. Udonis came in on 1 foot and handled the business, taking all kinds of toward-all shots. Like that.
Yeah,
So, you know, sacrifices must be made. That's what you got to do to win a chip.
Literally, we didn't win it that year, right? That's the year we lost to San Antonio. We lost to Dallas that year.
In the first year? Yeah.
So right after we lost that championship, I went right back into surgery the next day.
I had 2 of them.
Yeah, I had surgery that season. I came back right in the Boston series 1 game before we played y'all. As soon as we finished that season, I went right back into surgery again the next day on my same foot.
That's crazy.
Talk about it, because I didn't know him at that time, but you knew him, D-Wade, and you knew him, obviously.
I played with him.
You played with him. Talk
Yeah.
about the young D-Wade before I even met him, that D-Wade.
Quiet as a mouse.
Quiet as hell?
Quiet as a mouse. That could be sitting right there and you would not know it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wouldn't say a goddamn word.
But his game?
The same
He
thing.
wasn't flash then. He ain't had it.
Nah,
he
No, but
wasn't
the
he
same
wasn't
thing.
flash.
same.
He was
The same
quiet.
thing you see in the league
It was the same.
was the same thing he was doing when I first seen him. Like, I didn't play with
Really?
D-Wade till the summer going into my senior year. Like, I played with Q and them the summer going to my sophomore year. Then I played with Jerence Howard and them the summer going to my junior year. And then first time me meeting D-Wade was that summer. I was playing the point and D-Wade was playing like
Wait
the
a
two.
minute. You was playing the point?
Yeah, I was like running the point.
God damn.
Bro, D-Wade,
And D-Wade playing the two.
D-Wade averaged like 30 his senior year.
Yeah.
He averaged crazy numbers. They just didn't
Really?
give him no look. Like,
Ain't
bro,
gonna-
averaged
That's
like
my-
31, like
I'm telling you
10, like 7. Like, see, he
Damn.
had crazy numbers.
Really?
I'm tell you why D-Wade. Now I remember D-Wade. We'll go to these games, AAU, and I have 30 or I have 25, and D-Wade will have like 30 or he'll have like 25. And then they decided not to let him go to Nike camp. He didn't get picked to go to Nike camp. His feelings was so hurt for not getting picked to go to Nike camp because he was putting up numbers. He was, he was doing his thing.
That way you that status at too.
And I feel like from that moment, because he worked so hard to get to that, in that moment, he just excelled like ever since then. Like,
That's why I had a
didn't know
problem
him
with
at that
like
point, so.
rankings and lists and stuff, because that you can't tell me if he was the same player y'all are talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
That's
on,
why
man.
I'm-
Like what
I'm
we
so
like?
surprised.
That's why I don't even look at stuff anymore. It's got to pass my eyes. If it passed my eyes, I don't care what you ranked or what your
Man.
list is.
I'm surprised.
athletic, he's a defender, like the same layup style.
He was doing
If I
all
show you
that
some of the
same
tape, the
skill,
AU
could
tapes we
post
got
up,
and all that, you'll
all
be
of
like,
that.
man, he doing the same move. Yeah, that's the same. He learned a few more moves, don't get me wrong, but his whole style and demeanor and everything was the same thing when I first met him. When I played with him.
I see why he had that little chip on his shoulder then.
Yeah.
So I didn't know him then. Obviously, I was overseas when he had his run with Marquette.
Yeah.
But when I got back, I had signed with the Heat, and they had drafted. And when they drafted D Wade, and one of my homeboys, like I said, Drac came up. Drac, Duke, Drac, Duke. Duke say, boy, y'all got this boy from Marquette that could go.
Yeah.
I say, who? He said, Dwayne Wade. I say, who the f- is that? Like I said, I had just got back from Europe. He said, this motherfucker dropped a triple-double on Kentucky. I said, what? And once I heard that, because once again, I played against Kentucky. We played against Kentucky every year, and we went to Florida. I've never won in Rupp Arena.
Yeah.
I've never got a win in Rupp Arena.
Yeah.
Once I heard that motherfucker dropped a triple-double on Kentucky, I said, this motherfucker gotta be cold. Like, motherfucker, you already know how Kentucky is. Still the same thing. You might get 1 or 2 years in Kentucky, your ass is up out of here. So if he dropped a triple-double on them, on that stage, I knew he had to be cold, but I didn't know him at that point. But to know that he was cold like that, then,
Nah, he was.
Nah, he got a little bit more fashion and he talk a little bit more now, but he exactly the same dude I met that summer, right now today.
he ain't quiet no more.
Like his
Hey,
personality,
listen,
his
the quiet.
who he is.
I'm gonna tell you exactly when the quiet stopped. Shaq, Twan Walker, Gary Payton.
GP.
When they came, I'm telling you, I know it like the back of my hand, bro. You already know you D. Whenever, like before that, I'm the one calling D. Hey man, let's go. They come through LA. Man, that man not leaving the hotel room. You won't see D Wade. You gotta go slide through and go see D Wade. He not doing none of this. They came.
It was rap.
I ain't gotta call him no. He hitting me talking about, man, we got such and such going on at this and this and this. Well, I remember when y'all came through Phoenix. This was the first time I seen, because now I'm in Phoenix. D Wade called me, say, yeah, so we gonna be we gonna be here. So, you know, me and Rio and then we shoot up there beforehand. We already there. Here they come. Damon Jones, Jimmy Hart in the front of the crew. He got the damn board. He coming, he talking. He mouth to the side. He talking. And here come the rest on. After that, I'm like, damn, this boy out here. Shaq done gave him the bracelet, bought him a Lambo. It's over.
Named him Flash. Nicknamed him Flash.
Yeah.
Hold on, man. He called Damon Jones. Jimmy.
Hey, that boy was the mouthpiece out. He was the bullhorn, coming with a cigar talking and
Hey, all right, you was talking shit about our shooters. What you got, Jack?
Yeah, because first of all, I'm glad you watch our podcast, but the fact that you came at us for
Yeah, you do.
about my shooter,
I like you watch our
about
podcast.
I'm glad you tune in.
You said
Tune in Tuesdays, motherfucker.
you said Curry, Kyrie, KD.
That's
Desmond
exactly what
Bane,
I said.
And Dame Lillard.
That's exactly what I said.
I didn't disagree.
Oh, well, damn.
I disagree
That's
when
not
he
what you said before we came on here.
When he said Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero, I was like,
Oh, so you went at him.
Okay, so
it's about you.
What you disagree with?
I don't. How are we doing this competition? Like, what are we doing?
Excuse me, guys. Can anybody tell me what Hero's shooting from 3 right now?
Grayson Allen shooting 50% right now, but you ain't gonna put him up there.
Grayson Allen ain't no starter.
Why isn't he?
I mean, he is a starter, but he's not a guy who you going to for buckets like that. Like he's
Tyler is a little different than that. Yes, Tyler different.
I'm
Boy,
not.
if you
not
run some plays for Grayson Allen, you're gonna be sitting next to me.
Hey,
The f are you talking about?
I am not disagreeing.
Tyler
Over
Hero.
here now.
Tyler Hero's a dude. He's a dude.
He is.
He's a
But
dude.
I'm just saying.
Jay-
Grayson Allen
no
shooting
disrespect to
50%
Grayson Allen, but he's a Jag.
He's shooting 50%.
Just
from
another
three.
guy.
He's not my top 5. He's not my top 5 shooters. I'm just saying.
What are you talking about?
He's shooting 50%.
Don't you do Hero like that? I dive all over your
He's
ass in
shooting
here.
50%
I agree. Don't
right
Compare
on.
Hero to Grayson Allen.
I didn't.
The
I compare percentages.
I don't give a f about a percentage. We talking about a guy who starts and
Oh,
takes.
hey, so if he's saying that, then I don't agree. I put Klay Thompson up there. If we ain't talking about percentages.
Right now,
You
If we ain't talking about
Clay's my
percentages.
favorite shooter of
You
all
can
time.
talk
One of my
about
favorite shooters of all
percentages,
time.
Rio, but there's a certain number. I'm sure Grayson Allen ain't shot as many shots as fucking
Oh,
Hero.
probably not.
He ain't getting clutch shots.
No.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't getting ran from. We all know it's a little bit easier when all you got to do is be in your spot and be ready,
so I'ma
as
say
opposed
this.
to when you got the guy that got
I'm
the
gonna
ball
say
in your
this.
hands.
I was one of the most clutch players on the Heat, and I didn't get them shots either.
Yeah, but guess what? The
So
ball
I'm just
wasn't in your
saying.
hands
saying,
either.
he throw-
You had to
he
get
trying
it.
to throw his
Guess
job?
what?
He
You
trying
had
to
to
throw
get it
his job
passed to
out?
you from Bron or D-Wade.
I did.
Okay, that's
'Cause I couldn't-
different.
they wouldn't
And-
let me create 'em all.
And guess what? Hero ain't doing that. Hero creating his own
Because
shot.
he ain't got Broad and D-Wade.
It don't matter,
And I
man.
love Tyler Hero. You know that's when on my 10 day, that's all I kick
So
it
you
was
saying to
Tyler.
me it's easier to shoot a higher percentage when you got to create your own shot than it is when you just got to be ready to shoot?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay, so then that should mean Hero should be better because he creates his own shot. He shoot 50% from 3.
It's a different team. It's a different player. It's a different position. All I said was they both shooting 50 from 3. I just looked at the percentages. I didn't say Grayson Allen was better than Tyler Hero.
But a 50% when you out there checking the temperature and frying chicken is different when you got the ball in your hand and you pulling up from 3 on the break.
Because he's allowed to. Grayson can't do that with KD and Bradley Beal and Book.
The fuck is he talking about?
Stop. What's he out there doing?
Out there frying chicken and smoking cigarettes. Waiting. Because KD is going to draw 3, Book's going to draw 4, and Bill going to draw 5. So when that motherfucker get the ball,
And you and I both know that's hard to
let me
do.
wash my hands because I got chicken grease on them.
You and I know that
I'm
both that's
open.
hard to do. Tyler Hero ain't got to do that. Tyler Hero get the
Okay,
hoop.
so that's the difference between Tyler Hero and Grayson Allen. And that's why I'm going with Tyler.
Listen, I'm going Tyler Hero too.
But you put him over
Grayson
KD.
Grayson Allen, making those wide open threes is hard to do though.
No,
man.
I'm not knocking Grayson
Yeah.
Allen. I
No,
love
I'm saying
Grayson
that
Allen.
because I lived it. When that thing swings,
both lived
swings.
it.
Yeah, you got to make
I
that.
love-
something.
Be over here,
Yeah,
over
yeah.
here, down here.
I love
like, come
Grayson
on.
Allen's addition to that team.
I do too.
To everything that they got going on when they looking for
But
different
what's he doing?
pieces.
What's he doing though?
Who?
He's smoking.
I'm gonna say
cigarettes
this:
and he's
Grayson
smoking
Allen is
cigarettes
not
and
better
frying-
than Tyler Hero. Let me go ahead and put that out there. I'm not saying that.
So if Tyler's not on that list,
Tyler wasn't on his list. That's all I said.
and I told him he's crazy as
Yeah,
shit.
he went at my head.
First of all, he ain't had no white boys on his list. I don't even know what the fuck he was thinking.
What white boys are shooting in the league right now like that besides Tyler Hero?
Duncan Robinson
2.
got a f- ratchet.
He do. I'm not
Doug
taking away from
McDermott,
Duncan.
Grayson
ratchet.
Allen?
Grayson
You just
Allen,
named one.
ratchet.
You just downplayed Grayson Allen.
No, I said Grayson Allen's not better than Tyler Hero. I never said he couldn't shoot.
But they're not top 5.
Hero's not top 5.
No.
What he's saying, what he's
Would y'all please tell me what he shoot from
what he's saying really is that
40?
what he's really saying. Hold
What's Rio highest 3-point
on,
percentage
hold
for
on.
his
Can I-
career?
Can I finish?
41.
That's what we finna do.
41.
That's what the f- we finna
41.
do.
Don't do that. 41.
So
41.
What he's really trying
So if
to
he
say.
shot 40, you shot 41, then you was only 1% better than him. You shouldn't be on the list either.
I'm not on the list, but I'm a way better shooter.
But would you
than
put
that.
yourself on the list?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay,
You know
so
why?
why you get on the list with 41 and he can't get on with 40?
Because if 41 is higher than 40, right?
1%.
1% better. That's what
So
we want
then
to
guess
do
what?
every day.
Bane
is get
shouldn't be on there
1%
with
better, right?
38. And what Steph shoot, 39 or something? So Bane and Steph shouldn't be
Steph
on there
got the
38,
record.
39.
Steph got the record, so that's a
No,
whole different story.
No, nigga. You just said percentages. You just said percentages.
Are we talking about career percentage or are we talking about this year's percentage?
This
Talking
year.
about right now.
Okay. Then
So-
they shooting horrible.
Because if you're asking, I think in
So
reality,
let me ask you this: you gonna take Tyler Hero over Steph Curry?
Shooting percentages?
We're not talking about percentages.
I can get both. We need 5.
We talk about a wide open shot. You got the ball, and
We
you
need-
draw, and you see two
Listen.
people coming at you. You got Steph Curry and Tyler Hero. Who you gonna
The
pass
issue
to?
is not taking Steph Curry or Tyler Hero off. We need 5. Hero is on my 5. You're saying he's not on your 5.
He's
so
not.
who the fuck is your 5?
I agree with Mike's. What kills 5? I got KD up there.
Okay. Shooters
Steph
or scorers.
shooters.
The man averaged 4 threes a game.
5, but he
4,
doesn't.
no. Don't round it up.
4.6.
4.6.
Yeah, round up.
No. Don't
We
round
can't round down.
it. We can't. Well, don't round it all. Don't round it all.
All right,
The
so
shit said
4.6,
4.6, so leave it at
But
4.6.
here's reality.
5 sounds a lot better than 4.6. So people at home is 4.6. It ain't 5.
But here's what I'm gonna say about that. KD could go get 9 threes a game. He doesn't have to.
easily.
This is not about KD's
But I'm
talent
saying,
and who he is.
but I can't deduct him from that. He's shooting
The
47 from
topic
3.
is shooters.
Mike Miller's top 5 shooters.
Shooters.
Steph Curry, Kyrie, KD, Dame, and Desmond Bain. I'm taking it.
So
I'm taking Clay over Desmond
so-
Bain.
Huh?
I'm taking Clay over Desmond Bain.
Of all time, yes, but not now.
I just believe in Clay.
I do too. He got the prettiest jumper, one of the prettiest
That's what I'm
jumpers in
saying.
the moment.
And Desmond Bain is not far out. That he's in my top
Des
10.
Bain, boy.
So you're not putting Hero in there. You're not putting Duncan.
Heroes in my top 10.
You're not putting Duncan.
Duncan could be my top 15. I like Duncan, but it's just Duncan reminds me of JJ Redick. Like,
How?
because they're just catching and shooting.
No,
Like,
and
he's
that's not the Duncan. No, that's not last year Duncan. It's a whole different Duncan.
Duncan
this year.
got
You
it.
ain't
I haven't
watching
seen a lot of
basketball?
Duncan this year. I haven't
Duncan
seen
Robinson
a lot
got
of
a
Duncan.
ratchet.
Duncan Robinson.
got a ratchet.
Duncan Robinson right now is in contention for motherfucking most improved player the way he's playing the game of basketball. He is
I
not
haven't
just
seen
a
it.
shooter anymore.
I haven't seen it, so
He's not.
I'll go check that out.
we are
Tune in.
But
I
we are
definitely
talking.
will.
But we are talking about just specifically shooters. Why is he not on your list for shooters?
That's my list. I got to wear that one.
He said Duncan ain't on his list either for shooters.
Because I got Clay.
So
We
who you
talking
taking
about top
off of
five?
there? Put
So if
Duncan
you
up.
put
I
Clay
only
on
have
there,
5.
so if you put Clay on there, who you taking off?
Desmond Bain.
Okay, and that's your 5.
Agree to disagree. That's what makes it fun.
I think both of y'all is dumb.
Damn, I'm
I
done.
think both of y'all are
Man,
dumb.
listen, man.
You got a
Shit,
Heat
I'm
all top
done.
5. Who your Heat all top 5
I ain't no
shooters? 'Cause
Heat
you
all
picking
top
all
5.
Heat players.
I can go at that top 5, but you're not finna tell me Tyler Hero is shooting at 40 fucking %. Shouldn't be on this list.
He's
It's a
shooting 40
shooters
he's shooting
list.
40 right now?
Yes,
That's pretty good.
It's a shooters list. It ain't a fucking best player list. It ain't a fucking basketball list. It ain't a fucking globetrotter list. It's a shooters list, strictly shooters. And this nigga just said he won't put Duncan on because all he is a shooter. Nigga, the list is shooters.
I said my top 5.
But you said you wouldn't put him on because all he is a fucking spot up shooter.
what's the list?
The list is shooters.
What is it?
Fucking shooters.
Top
So why the fuck
5.
are you telling me you won't put Duncan on because he's only a spot up shooter?
He's not top 5.
Hold on, one
That's
more
what
time.
I'm telling
One
you.
more time. What's that list?
He's top 5. He's
Fucking
not top
shooter.
5.
Bro, listen, let me tell you something, dog. Who created basketball?
James Naismith.
Naismith will roll over his fucking grave for you saying that Duncan Robinson? Duncan got this motherfucker one of the best shooters I ever seen. What you say about Duncan?
He got a fucking ratchet clip.
So he's still not top 5.
Yeah. I listen, I got it on mine either, but it's hard, man.
And I'm disappointed.
Let me ask you this. Is Duncan Robinson top 5 in Heat history?
In shooting?
Yeah. If you line him up,
Hell yeah!
who's your top 5?
Hell fucking yeah!
Who's your top 5?
Duncan Robinson over you, nigga, if that's what you want to know.
You gonna pick
That's what
anybody
you
over
asking
me?
me?
You gonna pick
That's
anybody
what you
over me
asking me?
until
No,
it
I
comes
ain't
to
gonna
that
pick
last-
anybody over you.
into that last
I ain't
10
gonna pick
seconds.
anybody over you.
Into that last
I ain't
10
gonna take
seconds of the
everybody
game.
over you.
Last
Not
10 seconds of the
everybody.
game, who you
I
gonna
ain't gonna
pick?
take everybody over you, but I'm taking over your ass first.
Hey, last 10 seconds of the game, who you gonna pick? Me
Duncan
or
Robinson.
Yeah, that's what
Mike
I thought.
Miller. No, last 10 seconds now, you in my top 5.
Okay, thank
last
you.
10
That's
seconds,
all
you're in
I
my
worry
top 5. But once again, nigga, it's shooters. It ain't last 10 seconds shooters.
I'm just saying, I
It's
put myself in
shooters,
my own
nigga.
category.
Duncan fucking Robinson, Mike fucking Miller, Ray fucking Allen, Tyler fucking Hero, and give me one more. James Jones.
Champ.
Champ.
Now, nigga, argue with my 5, and we gonna wrestle. Argue with my 5, nigga, and we gonna wrestle. Now,
me
pick
see.
one of them you can outshoot.
I'll pick shoot all of them.
You ain't out shooting this one over
I
here.
outshoot all of them. I outshoot all of them. You is not about to give me your camera talking about I'm losing to nobody. I'm out shooting Killer. I'm out shooting Ray. I'm out shooting anybody.
Hey, you remember what I told you? Remember what I told you?
I already lost
Hey,
the mic a couple times too, right?
Remember what I told you? Don't be playing cards on that table. Don't be shooting in the gym with the table.
I already lost the mic a couple times. That shit ain't cool. Fuck that.
UD really left.
Still, to me, going to Boston, still the greatest individual basketball game I've ever witnessed with my own 2 eyes was Game 6.
Unbelievable.
LeBron James Game 6 in Boston was the most amazing basketball game I've ever witnessed with my own 2 eyes.
They
Individually.
the bus. That's why they pissed him off.
Yes.
That's when they pissed him off.
Tell him that. Tell the story.
They pissed him off with the bus.
What happened?
We literally showed up to the game with like 40 minutes on the clock.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like the bus, Boston hotel, the bus to the game, which is right around the corner, took us like 45 minutes to get to the game. Damn near an hour. And the bus was maybe already 10 minutes late from dropping the other guys off and coming back. You remember that was a time where the bus used to go drop another group off and come back for you. They didn't have 4 buses sitting outside like they do now. So it was already late coming back picking us up. Then we got to the game late. It took an hour. I don't know what route this took. I don't know what this mother.
It was
this
long.
motherfucker took. The Red Coats are coming, the Boston Revere Tour. I don't know what the he took, but we got to the game with literally 40 minutes on the clock.
It's a true story. This is true.
And we walk in there and we look at the time, and Dwayne says, we got 40 minutes. And Bron has this look on his face, and he says, don't worry about it.
No, I was going to say that. I've never been more confident going into a game that I should have been unconfident about in my life.
That made that look and said, don't worry about it. I think everybody in the locker room was like,
Let's go.
I looked at
it. Don't worry. The man said, don't worry about it.
I looked at him like about right before we're going out. He's like, "Killer, we're gonna be fine." I'm like, "Oh my god!" Because I'm telling you, I was to be as that confident going to that game as a game that we should be on. He told me, he goes, "I'm shooting every bullet in my gun. I'm taking the clip out and I'm throwing that, and then I'm throwing the gun I have at him too." I said, "Gosh, damn, he's gonna throw a lot at these guys."
When you're locked in and you're so gladiator mode, and something as small as the bus being late and you showing up late can literally knock everything off balance for you. Like all of us were a little up by that. And Bron said, don't worry about it. And I think everybody just realigned and got right back in order.
Again, we're down 3-2. We lose this game, it's over for all of us.
No, it's game 6. We're
down
yeah,
3-2.
It's a small thing. No, it's a big thing, but it's those moments change the course of all of our lives.
History. Yes, 100%.
History, our lives,
Our lives.
Miami Heat. Like it's just a different. And it's funny because it wasn't like when he said it to us. It wasn't like we'll be fine. It was like we're gonna be all right. Like, and everyone was like, holy, because he never did that.
We would around and been the expendable 12, not the little 12.
45, 15, and 5.
Yes.
And almost killed Jason Terry.
Yeah.
Almost. Almost.
It was the best game I've ever watched in my entire life.
It was unbelievable.
Amazing.
And that's why, like, when we had the GOAT conversation, and listen, I hate having these conversations, but because of what I witnessed with my own 2 eyes, I cannot take that out.
No.
And what he's done for my life, and what the Heat did for my life, and what those guys, all those guys. Because D Wade, let me tell you something, that motherfucker showed up big ways and big moments all the time.
Told me about D Wade, you're gonna be like, just wait.
Yeah.
Just wait.
That's what he said.
Oh, yeah.
He did. You know, like because D's a pretty low key guy.
Yeah.
You know, in the regular season you see flashes, and Mike was like, just wait.
Just wait. When the
wait
moment
for
gets
the-
big,
And you know, look, I don't think I've ever seen anybody in the history of basketball play with as much force as when D Wade got downhill and said, I'm getting to the rack. Like nobody. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
because of his personality, and that's when we had these conversations. I was telling him, like, you're gonna be in awe because you'll go out of a huddle one time and you can just see it, and when it's time to compete, that there, I tell people, man, there's a lot of guys I'll go to war with. That's one of them. Like in a big moment.
Twice on Sunday.
Oh my God.
For sure.
You know, and like people always ask me, well, like, who was the alpha? And I'm like, man, they're both alphas, man. It wasn't even like that.
It really wasn't.
You know, I mean, LeBron was the best player in the world at the time.
Yes.
You know, and like, yeah, we respected him, but like, D was like, there was like no alpha and beta. There were 2 alpha dogs if there ever was.
We all understood that.
And it's like it's hard to explain if you weren't there, but like there was no thing.
We never even made it, and then we all understood. Once again, we got another alpha who CB is a killer.
No.
We all understood. Hey, LeBron's the best player
By a long ways, by the way.
Yeah.
At the time, he was the greatest player on planet Earth by a wide margin.
Yep.
Like it was crazy because it was like what's understood didn't have to be explained to us.
No.
But you know what was fun though? when D Wade and Bron took the night off.
Oh man.
You saw.
Ooh, let's go, baby. Let's go.
Oh, how badly did we want to win those games? Let's just stick it to those guys.
Oh my God.
First of all, CB was different. CB, walked around like,
Oh, you could book 30 for CB when those guys were out. You could book 30.
but like the rest of us were like,
Oh, we was ready.
No, it went from having 6 shots until, hey, man, I might get 14, 15.
That's why we used to be upstairs. That's why we played 2-on-2 full court and 3-on-3 full court and all that crazy out. Oh man, for those moments right there.
It was. Going to Atlanta, that game in Atlanta. Remember CB hit that 3, and I mean, those were the best wins.
Our team was never so excited to have guys, the 2 best players on planet Earth out.
What did we win without LeBron D Wade?
But then fast forward to a playoff game. You're playing, right? you're playing there, right?
Need anything?
Yeah, you good?
I'll see you tonight.
You good? You're playing there, right? Golly, man.
Those are the best moments, though. Those are the stories you miss, man. When you play, it's like, the championships were great, and those are fun. But like those small moments where, you just remember and you laugh about them, and that's what you miss when you retire.
It really is.
And for me, and it's probably the same thing for you guys. Like you just wanted to make sure you still had it. Like, can I still bring it there?
Yeah.
I understand I'm a role player, but these motherfuckers out. I got to be a little more assertive tonight. You know what I'm saying? And can I still do it? You know what I'm saying? It was always good to feel like, damn, I still got it. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to win those games when those guys were out, it did something for our confidence.
It did.
Individually and collectively as a group.
It did.
You know what I mean? The mental part of that.
Hell yeah.
I mean, just talk about the relationship now. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, me and you still keep in touch, you know what I'm saying? But everybody's kind of going their separate ways. We don't talk as much, but it was one particular situation. I think I want to let you explain yourself because I think people took it out of context. You misunderstood, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever the situation may be, but speak on the fact, you know what I'm saying? The conversation of when Bron's name came up, man, it was like nobody really feared Bron, nobody really scared of Bron. Like, I was at the crib, I kind of got what y'all think you were saying, you know what I'm saying? But
I was shocked.
You was shocked.
You was shocked? You was shocked?
Killer, why was you shocked?
Because I think people do fear Bron. Personally.
So my thought process was this. As a basketball player, obviously a great basketball player, but Bron is going to win the basketball game.
Yeah,
he's going to play however he needs to play to win the basketball game. Bron is not going to make it personal. Bron is not going to make it personal.
I don't think
MJ will make it personal.
Yeah, I don't think people fear anybody like that. You shouldn't if you're at the level we're at. But like if you're reading between, like to me, like
you better feel that back in the day. They used to fear that black cat.
No, 100%.
You had MJ that night. You probably ain't sleep the night before.
Different situations though. Like to me, like now it's like, yeah, there might not be a fear, but they didn't feel comfortable. They didn't feel comfortable having to guard that
I didn't say that. See, everybody would change the words.
I'm looking at a snippet, right? Like I'm looking at
that's the biggest thing because when I said it.
So to me, like I was shocked. I'm answering what I said. Or were you shocked? I was shocked because I saw a snippet, and your snippet doesn't look good. So explain it.
When I said it, right, I was basically saying that the players that we went against didn't fear Bron, like the Danny Grangers, the Luau Dings, the Jimmy Butlers, the people that we were seeing in the playoffs. They wasn't fear Bron because the media was killing Bron the year he came to Miami. Like all they did was talk about, oh, he can't win, he can't do this, he can't do that. Then when we lose to Dallas and he doesn't have a good series, they're killing him even more. So both of y'all know I was close as hell to Bron. Yeah. So when he's going to work out, he's calling me like, Rio, come on, let's go work out. So during them workouts, I hear conversations. I hear him saying like, people don't think I can do this. Okay, let me work on this. All turnaround jumpers, all jab stab jumpers, all back to the basket stuff. So when we come to that next year and everybody's like, make Bron shoot, make Bron do this. You can't make Bron do nothing. He's 280, 6'8", one of the best athletes we've ever had. So he's going through you. Now he knows the real basketball. Now he knows how everybody's game plan is against him. So now he's attacking different. So your mindset is going against that. It's like, oh, I know what he can't do because the media has been saying X, Y, Z. But you haven't been in the gym seeing what he's working on. Now that he's going and he's got 24 with 20 points in the paint, you like, damn, what does he do now? Now that fear comes is like, I don't know how to stop him. I don't know what to do now.
Yeah, I
was basically saying.
I just think the word fear is the wrong word, right? Like I don't think at our level, I don't think people fear anybody. Like you're not gonna beat my ass. Like you're not gonna beat me up, right? Like, are you uncomfortable? I don't care what anyone says.
All the fear is different than scared. I didn't say
uncomfortable
scared.
going into game 1 or going into game 2. They're uncomfortable guarding that motherfucker. Like, I don't care. Y'all can say what y'all want. Now, fear is a different thing. Like, fear is like, dog, like, oh, you're going to kill, like, you're going to beat me. Like, that's fear. Like, I don't think anyone fears nobody. But that motherfucker was, you're uncomfortable checking that dude. I'm telling you.
You're definitely uncomfortable, but the word fear and scared is two different things. I can see if I was like, nobody was scared of Bron. Yeah, y'all was definitely scared of Bron because y'all know what he could do. But fear in that matchup, it's like, I don't have a fear because I know he could be beat. I know he's been beat. I know what he can't do. But when he's doing it,
boy,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Once he's doing it, it's kind of like, oh, okay, now like, oh, this is a whole different beast. Like, we could all agree from that Dallas series to that next year, Brown was a whole different animal, right?
Yeah.
Everybody says that. So once y'all say that, why y'all looking at me crazy when I said nobody feared Brown when y'all was killing him? It has nothing to do with his character.
Like I said, I literally just
nothing. No, I'm talking about other people. It's like I said nothing about his character, nothing about his game, nothing about the person. I said how people viewed him.
So how's your relationship with him now?
Damn.
Damn, let me get a beer. That sounds like this going to be interesting.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, I shoot him a text here and there, say what's up, congratulations, da-da-da-da. Sometimes he texts back, sometimes he don't. So
sometimes he do text back.
Yeah, sometimes he do. So it's not like, I don't think there's beef between us.
I
still got a lot of love for Bron. You know, he helped me get my championship. Like, that's one of my favorite teammates. Like, I ain't got no beef. I don't have no disrespect to him, nothing. There's some other people that I don't like out there, but, you know, that's a whole different story. But Bron ain't one of them.
All right, Rio. Well, since you said it.
Exactly right. You opened this can of worms, didn't you?
I just got to ask.
Yeah, you do got to ask. Like, you're only doing your job.
Who don't you like?
I don't like Tristan Thompson. And I don't like Tristan because of what he said about me.
What'd he say?
About when he went on Draymond's podcast about Rio's probably trying to call Bron, trying to get a job, and he's mad. Like, what? Like,
see, I didn't know he said all that.
Yeah, he said all that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, where did all that come from? Like, bro,
when was this?
He went on Draymond's show right after, whenever all that went viral. You go on Draymond's podcast and see it. And I was just like, bro, you was the same person that see me in the G League. Like, Rio, welcome back. I love you, da-da-da-da. And now you going back and saying that I'm bashing my teammate. I hate when people be on sucker shit. Bro, I didn't say nothing about him. I said how people viewed him. So now that you got a beef with me, now you saying all this stuff about me. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't start this. I didn't say nothing about you.
What you got to say, Coach?
And I learned this from UD. UD the one to see.
Here we go.
Hey, that's a good
I don't go around bullying people. I didn't say nothing about you, and you picked on me.
I gotta give him that. I gotta give him that. We don't start trouble.
We don't.
We don't start no trouble. And we don't bother nobody. So I gotta give him.
So I know we talked about in the course of this, the podcast about how important locker rooms are and people in that locker room, and obviously you talk about how you're scared of him and how he was, and there's actually mayor of Miami, but we all know who the real mayor of Miami is.
Yes, sir.
Give me a funny story about this motherfucker here.
This ain't no funny story. This shit crazy. So Roger Mason was on the team. Shout out to him. He just graduated with his doctorate or something.
Ooh, yeah.
But
congrats, Rod.
He was having dinner with his wife, and the whole entire restaurant come get ransacked. People get under the table, put your phone and wallet on top of the table, steal from the whole entire restaurant. Out. That motherfucker come in. He tell us in the locker room the next day, some motherfucker UD stand up like, hey, what restaurant was that? What part of town? Okay, I got you. 2 days later, had it back. I was like, this motherfucker right here. No, everybody. Like, how you even start that conversation? Hey, who hit up that restaurant the other day?
The funny thing is, I remember that story because he called me, and I actually the one that got it back from, but I gave it to him.
Yeah, he got it back for me. Listen, let me tell you something, dog. Honestly, when people come to this city, dog, I feel like when you come to this city and you play for the Miami Heat, I have an obligation. One, you my brother when you step in that locker room, and two, I have an obligation to make sure that you straight and you safe out here in these streets. So for me, that somebody that happened on my watch to one of my teammates. You know what I'm saying? So I made it personal to make sure I figured out how it happened. I found out who got it. That ain't for me to tell, but I made sure personally to get it back for him. So shout out Raj. I did the same thing for D-Wade too, my rookie year. Somebody stole his truck and stole his chain out of his truck, and I told him, hey, listen, I found out where your truck at. You want your back? He said, yeah, he got his chain. That's that simple, man. Listen, that's why I ain't leaving. When people talk about why you ain't go play in other cities, man, I can't go to no other city and get people stolen back. I can only do that in Miami.
That's why you're not leaving.
Yeah, I ain't leaving. I can get everybody stolen back because I stay here.
That's why I was scared of this motherfucker. That's the mayor of Miami right here.
It is. I love it.
That's Dade Dad stories, man. My kids call me Dade Dad. That's the They don't know about
Dad?
yeah, Dade County dad. They don't know that. They don't know that guy.
You don't take them down there every once in a while?
Every now and then, man. I take them down there every now and then. But when I get in that mode, my kids get a little nervous.
So you're coaching now.
Yeah.
But before you started coaching, you had that last year here. You guys obviously it doesn't end up like you guys wanted to. Where was your head at when that season was over, and what was like the next journey for you? What were you thinking about?
I was thinking about another opportunity. I thought I was at least healthy enough to at least be able to get another contract and kind of move on, but it didn't end up happening like that. But I do want to tell this story though.
Go, please.
So right after we get back, because we lost in San Antonio.
Yeah.
We land, got exit meetings the next day. I think Spo just wanted to get them over with. I was one of the first ones. Probably like 8 in the morning. I lived across the street at 900. So I come over early. I'm still in workout mode. I'm going to go work out. LeBron in there 7 in the morning with his mom working out. And we just lost the finals. And I know for a fact he played 38.
That's the people don't know. That's the
7 in the morning on the Versa. Like with his mama. I'm like,
crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's the people don't know. And I never heard that story, but I talk about all the time just understanding how to be a professional and professionalism. I tell people if practice started at 10, Brown was probably there at 7. He done rode a 10 speed in his tights to practice. He done got to that. He done worked out in the weight room. He done got his shots up. By the time 9 o'clock come around, he on the table getting tape ready to start practice. He done had a whole 2-hour workout day already. You know what I'm saying? Like the way he prepared, there's no coincidence, and it ain't by accident that he performed the way he did in the Olympics at 40.
40 years old, bro.
At 40.
Let's just get for a second here, man. 40 years old, bro. And he's still doing it. But now it's like for everyone at home, like now you start hearing enough of these stories, it all adds up. It's not like you said, it's not a coincidence. I mean, that dude was. I mean, I always make fun of. He laughs at me. He's a test tube baby. There's no way he's real. But the reality of the situation, man, is like he's taking advantage of everything and put everything into it.
Man, remember that time the rolled his ankle, rolled all the way to the ground.
Yeah.
To the ground.
Yeah.
Ankle touched the ground. I'm like, yeah, he out a week or two. Tied his shoes up tighter and got better. I was like, wait a minute. What the is that? Like, what the is that? Like, how does that happen? Like, most of us roll our ankle to the ground like that. You can count us out for a week or two, at least a month. Tied his shoe and got better.
But I do want to touch on it, though, because unlike UD over there, we've talked about it on our podcast a lot. Like, he got to land his own plane. He got to finish when he wanted to, right? And that happens for probably 1% of the NBA basketball players or professional athletes or even people that work in the work field. They rarely get to end.
Even sunshine on the dog ass every now and then.
But I'm saying, like, when you got there and there was no other options, or what happened? Why did you ultimately give up? Why did you not give up? Why did you ultimately retire from the game?
I ended up going to China, and I felt like I was good. You know, it was $1 million tax free. I was like, it's a couple 6 months. I'm over there first.
$1 million tax free 6 months?
Yeah.
What city that is? Hey,
hold on. Don't get any ideas. Look at. Don't get
a little something. Now, what city? Call your agent. Who your agent? Hey, listen.
Shout out Mike Conley Sr.
That's right.
For 6 months, I go let that thing ride.
So, you know, but my first
I can get
time
you that job, UD.
I put it like this: I was over in China smoking a pack a day. I was smoking cigarettes right before the game. I was in there stressed.
Cigarettes is nuts.
Stressed.
Hey, you know, China, they got them old school cigarettes with no filter.
Hey, but them joints is different over there because you get that twice that cigarette gone.
Damn. You know what? I take that back. Don't call me. Don't call me. My man was smoking cigarettes. Don't call me.
Hey, all I can see is him in the bathroom stall.
Yeah.
7'2".
That would have been me. That would have been black and mild wine.
100%.
Like, would have been black and mild wine tip. Wood tip, black and mild wine.
Hey, the messed up part, you'll go halftime of the game trying to go pee, and the coaches be in there just smoke all hey, just cigarettes all through that bitch.
Man,
like,
listen, don't do
you
that.
need to use the bathroom.
You would have been on the left-handed cigarette.
Man, you already know. Hey, coach, hit
Nigga,
this.
weed.
Coach, don't worry about it. Hit this. I take care of that.
Nah, but when I did get over there, the first preseason game, I broke my thumb.
Damn.
So I was out for a month over there. And it was just like, after that year, it was like, it takes a lot for me to even play in the game, for me to even get ready to play in the game.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was just like, I'm about to get married. I'm about to have a child. I want to be home. I want to be there. So, yeah.
So kids.
My daughter,
Yes.
London Odin. Love
Yes.
you, baby girl.
There you
What's
go.
up?
Shout out London.
London Odin.
Yes, sir. 3rd grade. She's tall as hell. 7 going on 25, I like to say. But that's my girl. She was my date to a wedding, my guy Mark Titus's wedding this weekend. So
That's beautiful. That's
it's
beautiful.
good.
I mean, when you talk about, stuff like that, and you talk about the things that you've overcome, so it's definitely a success story, dog. I appreciate you for coming on. But
Thank you.
for me, I just want to say, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate you also for what you contributed to our team. You know what I'm saying? We talk about having good guys in the locker room. We talk about having a good locker room. You know what I'm saying? You came in, you was a good teammate. We enjoyed it ourselves off the basketball court. You had good energy. You brought it every day. You made us better. You made me better. So I appreciate all that you was able to do, man. And appreciate you coming on the show. At the end of the day, if you would have stayed, then we wouldn't have kept. This wouldn't have came. So I wouldn't have mind you staying a little bit longer because I could have did without him taking my money.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, he took my money.
Well, you know what? I don't want to hear all that. But on the OGs, we ask fan questions. We let the fans ask.
Man, listen, don't ask no dumb fans.
Well, that's probably not
And
going to
don't
happen.
be DMing me complaining.
We love you, fans, but there are some doozies. We kind of touched on this a little bit, but what was the experience like playing with LeBron James and D Wade? Obviously, two of the elites in this game. What was that experience like?
For me, it was amazing to be on the court with guys that, just dominated. And it just came so easy for them.
Yes.
So, just learning how to play off those guys, which, it kind of brought back to the reason why I'm coaching. Everybody can't be LeBron and D Wade. You got to learn
Great
how
point.
to be.
Great
You got to
point.
learn how to get in the dunker spot, man.
Yes.
Fucking get in that corner. Like, let them boys do what they do.
Preach, G, preach.
Yes.
But it was amazing because the one thing I always say too, like they used to, every week we had a gift in our locker.
That was unbelievable.
Yes.
Yeah,
Greatest
it was just
teammates
like-
ever.
That's all it was. They were great teammates, and they always gave us something. They was
Yes.
always there. My favorite thing about Bron, we was in D.C. and we was out, and everybody had the little section. I was like, I'm kind of big, so I walked over to the bar by myself. That's what I do. I'm just sitting there, and I'm looking. All I just see, I see Rich, and then I just see him move, and Bron walk up. He just, "You good, Gio?" All right, and then he just, hey, I was like. And I don't like that, because I just try to stay out the way, man. So that was cool that he came over there and checked on me, man. And
I mean, hands down, when it talks about one of the best teammates that I've had, I mean, Braun's up there at the top of the list.
The funny thing is, and that's why obviously he's been so successful. That's why our Heat teams were so successful, is because our best teammates were our best players.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, we were all. I felt like our locker room was awesome. We had great teammates.
Yeah.
But when you talk about it, like you said, LeBron James is one of the best teammates. Yes. D Wade as well. Chris Bosh. I mean, those guys. The one thing I always took away from it when I played those, because I came from different situations as well. Like when you came in there, it was so fun to lace up your shoes knowing you're probably going to win the game.
Yeah.
And they gave us that. You know what I mean? Like that was dope to me, because before I'd start off in October, like, damn, I'm lacing these shoes up. I know I ain't gonna win no championship. But you walked in there, you're like, dog, championship or bust. That's a great feeling to have.
They definitely gave us that, but goddamn it, we gave them something too now.
Oh, Coach, we did our job.
God
We
damn
did our
it.
job. We don't need a. Yeah, we did our job.
Yeah, we did
Next
our damn
question.
job.
Favorite center and power forward in the NBA right now?
my favorite,
I'm going. I bet it's Joker. I bet, because you already said it one time.
I did say Joker, but I like Joel, man.
I was just finna say Joel or Joker.
Yeah, it's,
This is a conversation for a barbershop, but Joel or Joker.
I'm going Joel because I'm black.
hey, to
Power to
honesty.
the people. God damn it.
So I'm supposed to pick Joker then.
Power to the people. If you do. Power to the people, God damn it.
I love them both. I'm not gonna lie; they're just both great players. But I think Joel is more my speed. You know, he'll dunk on your ass when you want to. In the words of Shaq, he need to do that more.
Yeah.
But his jump shot, like I didn't watch the Serbia game, the third Serbia game, and I didn't realize he turned it on towards the end too.
He did.
Yeah,
Played great.
Fourth quarter. So,
Yes, he did.
Played great.
you know, I was watching the highlights on the plane over here, so I was like him a lot. And for some reason now, I used to be called Bron, but now they call me Joel whenever I take my hair out and got my afro. And then I was in Chicago last week, and I had my little braids, and they was calling me Andre Drummond. I was like, man, what the? We all don't look alike.
You could be all three. Who call you that? White people? They just saying all this look alike? That's that.
Time out.
Just so you know, it's actually mostly
We
black
ain't
people.
gonna have
It's
this.
not
White people say all this looking like
It's actually not white people. It's more black people.
Who said black people?
Yes, swear to God.
They were
Are
blind.
you Andre Drummond? What?
That's crazy.
Sometimes
When people walk up to me and they ask me for an autograph, I immediately ask them, do you know my name? If you don't know my name, you got to keep walking. You just see a tall black man with tattoos and braids and ask for an autograph. What they call that? Stereotype. That's that. You don't even know who I am. You just see somebody else ask for an autograph. You done brought your ass over here because you seen a brother with braids and he tall. You know what I do? I could be a scammer.
He'd probably be pretty accurate.
I could be. I could be a scammer. I could be a scammer.
What is your best memory from your time in college basketball?
my best memory.
I tell you what his worst was.
I know what it was. I love that memory.
I enjoyed playing in the national championship game.
You did?
A lot of people don't get the opportunity
I
to
didn't.
play in
I
that.
hated it.
I love the way you spent that.
And
He did
I-
spin
that
it.
was-
He did.
that-
Hey, and
that
guess
was a
what?
vet
That
move.
was a
And I
veteran.
dominated in
That was a
game,
veteran.
too,
You
so-
did.
19-year-old
I
Greg
love the way
was
you
not
spent
answering
that.
it
That was a
way.
vet move. I like that.
Yeah, that was a good spin. That was a good spin.
Oh man, no. There was one dunk I got in that national championship game that I tried to kick every last Florida that was in the line. But I will say this game, man. Like I was actually proud of myself. I will say you got Joe Kim, Al,
They was
Chris
loaded.
Richards,
Yes.
and Mo Spates.
Yes. they
All
was
the
loaded.
bigs coming at you.
25 and 12.
They was
Dang.
loaded. It was loaded. It was loaded.
25 and 12.
Yeah, he still remember his numbers now.
And by the way, on the cover of College Basketball, the game,